Hello, good people of the internet. Today I want to talk about some of the tech stack that I have moved to of late since the coming of AI. I wished 2026 would have been a year that we have a lot of innovations in terms of technology, but majorly we are just seeing a shift in regards to AI and AI development. So, who is here to support the innovation, and should we remain stuck in the current session or whatever tools we have? Are we satisfied with the tools we're having? And you can see we have a number of tooling here already developed. There's this project known as Vite Plus under Void Zero. It's built by the team under Vue.js majorly, and the people who are supporting Vite. Okay, so it's a nice tool that you can use for version management for your nodejs. Anything running with Vite is supported by default with Vite Plus. You can create a project, run development environment, check anything, test, build. All these, they are just using the same Vite configuration that you're having. So if you have any Vite project, you can easily port it to use Vite Plus. These are just some commands you can use, and supported meta frameworks which have adopted Vite, that is React, Vue, Svelte, Solid, and many others. You can use it to manage your node version. Works with your version npm or package managers, pnpm, npm, yarn, or burn. And you can see the numbers here in terms of downloads, weekly downloads, and the GitHub stars we are having. So this is Vite, Vitest, and OXC. So these are some OXCs, the project which is built on top of Rust. So currently you can see it's trying to solve the issue of having so many tools. If you want to bundle, you use this tool. If you want to build, you use this tool. So it's trying to put everything together so that we don't have isolation in the web space. So you can run development, check your projects, test, run, and package everything. Fast builds, and majorly the language which has been used for building here is Rust, which is running most of the things now. I just have the Rust binaries. We are moving from prettier and ESLint. Now the stack is using OXC, which is for linting and formatting. Testing still supports Jest, but Vitest is one which is supported by default since it's in the ecosystem of Vite. We have monorepo support. If you want to bootstrap a monorepo project, you can use it for that. If you want to build a library or a package, you can set it up using this, and many other things you can develop with this. So that is just the part with Vite Plus. Another project I have seen here is called npmx. So this is just a website. I don't know whether it's a website or whatever the name is, but it's a project. By the time I'm recording this, it's just 10 days since it was built or published. A fast modern browser for the npm registry. So it's not like a replacement for npmx. So I just stumbled upon it. I haven't done research about it, but by the looks of it, the simplicity and whatever it's offering that I haven't seen on npm is really amazing. So you can see we have it's just this simple, this landing page. If you need to search for a package, you just search the name here, and just a few details here. Okay, if now I want to look for a project, let's say React, you can see how fast this loads. And if I navigate to React now, you can see this is now the information we have about React. So the main section, this now will give you the high level metadata like the description, the source, GitHub source, star ratings, forks, the homepage, whether it has types, does it support ECMAScript modules or common JS modules. That will be highlighted here so that when you are doing your installation, you know what to expect. So currently you can see we have 0 dependencies, install size is just this, vulnerabilities 0, published 17 days ago. Another cool thing here is you can download it as a tarball, or you can use any package manager of your choice here. And you can see here we have Vite plus. So if you switch this, these commands should be able to change, not the way you have to hustle on npm. And the readme is really looking nice. They have really worked on the markdown renderer in regards to code rendering, and you can copy, or you can check the usage. This is more of now the table of contents, API, and many other things. So if you come to the docs section, these are now documentation generated inside the package itself. So that is the JS docs. If you have any project which is well documented, it will generate this API documentation for them, and you can see it's just interfaces, so not much is going on here. Just something which is projected as part of the JS docs. So alongside that, if we come back now to npm, you can see how it looks. On this end, you can see some things here. Come to code. Now here you can really inspect the code nicely. Timeline, this is now the releases we are having against the size growth over time. You can see here we had a build that was very large, then later on it was optimized. Now the size is a bit smaller. So again, let me just go back to main here. So if you check here on the sidebar, you'll see we have the downloads, which is normal to npm, and you can see it's skyrocketing. Here we have the versions, then we have the maintainers just below here. If you want to compare the details here, you can just compare directly. So let me say I want to compare this with the view. I just write view, then click, then you can see it's giving me this comparison down here, which I won't be going to detail. So you can see the view downloads versus npm downloads. The React downloads, React is way much ahead at the moment. I think this is now boosted by many projects done by AI, are mostly React based, and the industry ecosystem is really most of the packages are on React. Another thing here is can compare in terms of charts also. So you can explore this by yourself later on. They have this section for connect. I won't go there. You can also go to settings and you can customize some of the theming here. Change either to system or dark, whichever you so wish. So then I can just go back, the same thing. So if I go, you can see it's in dark mode. So if you compare that with npm, npm has few metadata. So also, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I have also built a framework called KickJS, which is powered by Vite, because personally I like innovation, and it's become a reality that whatever was in my mind now is out there and maybe supporting some businesses out there. So it's a tooling, and you can see we are in version 5.3 here. So generally I like this view. So I'm not signed in here, but just bring this over here. So I'm signed in. You can see I have a number of packages, and you can see we have Forinda KickJS, this one, which currently we started off so it started off around 2025, then got a boom some time back here. We skyrocketed, then now this is now at the point of stability, and you're seeing the numbers are starting to go up. I'm not so much worried about the numbers, but more on the stability of this project. If I view it on this other end, let me just switch this back to light mode, search for KickJS. So you can see it here. So you can see currently we have a really huge install size because of the dependencies we are having. Currently 0 vulnerabilities, so we should have some release here probably. Let me just confirm. So okay, let me see. So the latest version of KickJS should be should be published today, actually. At what time? 20 minutes ago, that is. Yeah. So I published. So this is more of a caching, I think, where there are some settings here I can change. npm registry. Okay, so let's try again. KickJS. KickJS. It's at Forinda. KickJS. So this one, I don't know, this might be caching issue, but it's published today. You can see the install size here now has reduced to 1 MB, 1 dependency, 0 vulnerability, but this is not really the latest version, okay? Because this is the latest. Yeah, this is the latest. So you can see in the latest version we just have this size. So if now I go and check, let me just compare it with KickJS CLI. So that the CLI has been published today also, so this should be the latest probably, but it's a tool. I have like so many packages around KickJS, so you just install based on your need. We also have the KickJS MCP if you want to use your KickJS server as an MCP server, so you can work with that. So I'm still working on the tutorial for this, and you can see this is supporting just its TypeScript and supporting ESM no common JS here. And here we have the guide, the documentation around the usage and so on. So if you're interested in knowing more, I'll be doing more diggings on whatever innovations we are having in 2026, because I see there are many projects which are being built, but most of them are not echoed out here because we're just focusing mostly on the AI. So see you in the next one.